Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Formless Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, what's up? And today we are on the Storm server, but there's a few changes that you will notice. This isn't an area that you are very familiar with. In fact, there is a lot of this area I would say you are very unfamiliar with. And even myself included to some extent. Yeah, that goes all the way up. This is, not something near anything you're familiar with. In fact, it's entirely away from everything you were familiar with, I would say. Let me just sort of change my perspective. This is a different thing. So what all is actually new? Well, for starters, the regular world that people mess around in is very different. It's a new world. It's a new world gen. We were actually kind of warned about this coming up, and I wasn't particularly intimidated. I figured, whatever, I'll see if I can finish my current projects before then. If not, well, we'll just work with what's next. Unless if it gets a little obnoxious and out of hand, in which case I'll try to figure something out. So yeah, I had to start over on a lot of resource gathering of sorts, from materials to land. Now, let me put something out there. This is my... I have a town. It was one of the first 3 or 2 towns made on the server. I think 3. But, it was one of the first few, and I'm actually the only person in it. That's not actually a problem yet. Like, I am going to expand on it, but I want to make sure I'm not just inviting anyone to it. Like, I'm a practical person. Like, you need to, like, talk to me with, like, what kinds of skills you have, what kind of things you're good with. I want to know this stuff. I want to know what you can do better with than I would personally, like, rather do myself, like, with my time, and, like, what kinds of things I could help with, and it's all about, like, sort of like a mutual relationship. Like, you're in my town, we'll help each other out, we get things done. That's most of the idea, I would say. And it's like, go on maybe adventures or something, but I need people of certain requirements to be able to withstand what comes up in the town and what needs to be done in the town. I can't just have the same kind of person just hanging around. Like, I need some variety, I need people of specialization that is particularly helpful. Like, PvP, I don't really see that as a necessary thing of efficiency to particularly help out in the situating of a town, so I look past that and look for something else. PvE, that's a little more of a step in the right direction, but there needs to be a little more defined and a little more practical and maybe even technical, perhaps. Otherwise, it's rather vague in what it could be of and what it's truly good for. Is it good with killing mobs? Is it surviving? Is it resource gathering? I need to know this kind of stuff. As a leader, I need to know what people are good with. So, yeah. As you can see, with this reset, there's a lot of stuff I need to resolve with my new environment. From making it safer to, you know, just sort of prettying the place up. And yes, this is a Triforce sign on the floor. So, why there's a Triforce sign here is I was trying to catch Ryan's attention, like, pretty badly on the server forums, and I just sort of tried my best to make something pretty quick and possibly effective and silly. Because I was like kind of bored at the time and I was like, please come on, please stop being AFK, man. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened. Other than that, I have my infinite water source here, which is quite needed. Like, there is a number of things that I really needed situated, and that was one of them. So, what this here is about is the next town over is literally right here, right next to me. This is the wall difference of that gap. In fact, it's not an actual wall. It's one side is free to mess with, the other not so much. So, yeah. That's how that is situated. I've got my farming started up. I've been getting a decent amount of resources. Like, I have a few diamonds, I have emeralds, I have some redstone. I'm getting to start at food. This wasn't fish I caught, by the way. Someone gave me that for something. I forget what it was about, though. I'm getting cobble, which is a good start. I don't think I need any more stairs on me. I have a decent amount of diorite, which is cool. And one of the things that irks me a bit is the fact that I am going to need a lot more dirt and a lot more tree. So something new, particularly with how this new world setup of the server is going, is that you cannot build, you cannot mine outside of a town. It needs to be within a town, so either you get yourself started within a town and then work your way outside of one and situate your own, or you just sort of start off with a town by already kind of having a town on the previous server, like I did, and in turn having the right to sort of have your own town made, and like territory and such. And the amount of people you have joined will affect how much territory you can have in your town. So if I ever actually want to expand beyond like 250 by 250, I believe was area of this, because my center was actually shoved that way a hundred blocks or two. Well, that's 200, but yeah, 100 blocks likely. Then, if I wanted it any bigger, I'd basically want to get more people in my town, and now I can do a lot more with it. So I originally started right here, and someone made theirs over that way. And what their issue was is that they were actually partially in the spawn protected zone. The spawn chunks with theirs, so theirs had to be moved around somewhere else a bit more. So I kind of gave them some of my space on that one, and not like the site, because let's be honest, who goes there anymore? And yeah, sort of gave them a little more breathing room. And I would say that's alright, especially with there being more extreme hills this way. And there's also plenty of rivers, so I could just bridge galore this place. Although it is quite a pain if you get stuck in the river down below. Mainly because there is a... Yeah, I'm pretty high up. 87 is pretty decently up. Compared to a standard extreme hills, this is probably about at least 15 blocks higher, I think. Maybe slightly less than that, but... Or at least on the previous server, I would say that's about that. So that's how that is. Oh. Thought you could simply get me from behind, did you? You should have known better. Oh. Away with ye. So yeah, I am going to be migrating a decent amount of stuff out that way over time. I'm going to be situating stuff over there as I go. I already have most of my stuff right here, so I'm just going to leave it here for now until I situate something a little bit better, a little more doable, a little fancier over there. Other than that, I have a pretty decent start of a mining area. Like you guys seen that earlier on. So, yeah. That's all cool, that's all dandy. All in all, I might not actually need to change this all to grass here. If I'm going to go that way, in which case I'll have to focus a little more in that direction first. But what might not hurt is for me to situate sort of sections of my town. And by this, I mean to, like, situate sort of an area for this, an area for that, like, say, something over this way, something over that way, something over that way, something in the middle, something on top. Oh no, I think that won't be at all bad. A side note, this needs more lighting. So like over here, and here, I think. Maybe here. Oh, and here. Potentially here. Yeah, I think that's mainly good for this. Other than that, I almost have this area kind of torch gridded. So yeah, that's fine and dandy. I haven't really begun any form of tree farming yet. Instead, I just sort of, after situating where my town is, I just sort of chopped down a bunch of these trees, like, basically just this area in general. Like, where these trees are lacking here, that's basically where I started chopping them down. So yeah, this has been going pretty decently, I would say. There's gonna be a few things I need to situate better, but it's a pretty good start, I would say. Like, when I found iron, it was just a ton of iron just right by each other. Like, I was pretty happy about that. Then, in all honesty, actually, my diamonds kind of came from someone else. Like, they sort of gave me diamonds for helping them out with something. So yeah, I haven't quite found diamonds yet in the wild. Let me think. Nope, haven't quite gotten that achievement yet. But I have faith in myself. Then I'll get myself some obsidian. And then I'm going to probably explode another or something if that's not some random issue in getting materials. Like, There is that town thing I was talking about. I don't know if that has a random thing to it. I doubt it, but you'll never know until you actually kind of get to it. On a side note, gold. I have no place for the gold, though. This is actually an issue. I really do need to situate this better. Maybe take out the vines, put this in. Oh, actually, that needs to be 6. And I can get myself more food. There's the third one. I can't wait to have enchanted tools. Sorry, I cooked that up. It's a bit of a waste of a singular charcoal, but whatevs. It's fine. But, yeah. I think that'll basically do it for now. Oh, and this is just a random chest. I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in this yet. Probably just like the extra personal stuff when I'm more situated. For a second, I thought he was on my future chicken farm. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. This is 41 Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, or you could even call me Solstice or Soul. Some people call me Winter, I don't know why. But, yeah. Bye-bye.